Hey guys, All In Crypto here and welcome back for another video, everybody. In this video, we're going to be talking about Dogecoin and more importantly, why I believe Elon Musk was pumping the price of Dogecoin with his Twitter feed, with his shout outs, with his sort of media coverage. And guys, this is a conspiratorial video. It's all speculation. This hasn't come from Elon's mouth himself. However, I believe there are incentives and motives for Elon Musk to have diverted the momentum that we found behind Wall Street bets, essentially going after and trying to short squeeze the institutions and establishments that somewhat have a monopoly on the market. They were aiming to short squeeze silver. Now, guys, I believe Elon Musk has a vested interest on why to, keep the price of silver somewhat low. Not just Elon, a lot of large sort of companies and institutions that use silver in their manufacturing. And Elon Musk's company, Tesla, SpaceX, in what they do in terms of building rockets, the batteries in Tesla cars use a lot of silver, and solar panels use a lot of silver, guys. So if Wall Street bets had essentially, that momentum had trickled into silver and we saw an increase in the price of silver, essentially the production cost of Tesla, Elon Musk's company, and all the sort of companies that Elon Musk owns essentially would have risen, guys. So I think there was a vested interest in him diverting that momentum towards Dogecoin, guys. And I'm going to share with you exactly why that is in more detail in this video. This is one to watch, guys. A very fun, interesting video. So we all know how Dogecoin has done. I've covered it in other videos. Go and give them a watch. Dogecoin essentially went from about half a cent all the way up to nearly 8 cents in a matter of no time. So, a very, very good return on your investment, around about 17% return on your investment if you bought at the lows. And largely that was all down to Elon Musk and him tweeting about it and sort of that Wall Street bets momentum going into Dogecoin and choosing Dogecoin as a squeeze. So what I'm going to do quickly is give you a little bit of background. Some of you aren't 100% sure about what happened with Wall Street Bets, what Wall Street Bets was, and how it ended up in Dogecoin. So I'm going to give you a little bit of background, and then we're going to go into really why Elon would want to divert the flow of money from going into the silver market and then thus increasing the price of silver into something like Dogecoin. Funny that Tesla recently came out and said they'd bought $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin. They didn't buy Dogecoin. So while he was pushing, by the way, let me just say, I haven't got anything against Elon Musk. I think he's one of the brightest individuals that we have alive on the planet today. However, he's a very smart guy, very cunning, and somewhat, I don't think this is out of his realm of possibility that he may have conjured this up to divert that flow of money going to the silver market and thus increasing the price of everything. So they bought $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin. I've covered it in a prior video when the sort of news first came out. And whilst they were buying Bitcoin, essentially, he was pumping the price of Dogecoin, not necessarily Bitcoin. So that seems a little, whilst he was telling you guys to get involved in Dogecoin and sort of promoting investing in Dogecoin, he was investing in a totally separate crypto, Bitcoin. And as far as I'm aware, he doesn't own any Dogecoin. So, that begs the question. I don't think he's doing it ill-heartedly. I think he can see the irony, like I can, and like I'm sure a lot of you can, that a meme coin, Dogecoin, would outperform the US dollar and actually perform very well in comparison with it. But guys, Dogecoin, for those of you who don't know what Dogecoin is, it's a total meme coin. Even the founders have one of them went into hiding because he didn't want to be associated with this, because they put it out as a meme coin. They never intended anything serious for it. There's no sort of programming really going on with it. There's no sort of development going on with it. It's somewhat a dead project. I'm not knocking Dogecoin. You could have made a lot of money, guys, and I am certainly not knocking that, and I salute each and every one of you that have made money from this. However, Dogecoin typically, what comes up must come down, guys, and we've seen that with GameStop. We've seen that with a number of other projects that have been pumped up. Once you pump these up, once that buying pressure stops, it will come down on the other side, guys. And that's really why throughout this whole thing I've said I'm personally not investing in Dogecoin. I put £100 into Dogecoin about 3 weeks ago after I made my first video on it. And the reason that I did that was because a lot of you guys were going, just own some Dogecoin. So I stuck $100 in it, turned into 7. I'm out, at that point, and I'm taking those profits. I'm not, I know it's not a lot of money, but it's really that $100 was just going to sit there forever. I had no inclination of selling and making money on it. But when it had sort of obviously 7x'd, why would I not, or 6x, why would I not have took that out? No brainer for me. So anyway, but we're getting off topic here. So Dogecoin typically has a habit of sort of pumping and dumping essentially, and I think we're going to see a similar thing happen here. We're already sort of seeing the buying pressure somewhat slow down and decrease, and I think that's going to continue to happen, guys. I'm not knocking Dogecoin. I just think you should all be very careful. But Elon Musk. How this sort of silver short thing came about was there's a subgroup of Reddit called Wall Street Bets. You probably all know the story. They got together and said, hey, look, there's a lot of shorts on GME, which is GameStop. And essentially, GameStop theoretically is a good short. Fundamentally, it's a very, very good short because it's like Blockbuster. It's a company that's somewhat going out of business. Certainly with what the sort of situation we're seeing at the moment, seemed like a good short. However, when this group got together, they essentially pumped money into it, causing all these hedge funds that had serious short positions on it to get liquidated. Some of them got liquidated, some of them just lost a lot of money and stop lost out. I think it was the tune of about $70 billion that they had lost. Some hedge funds actually went bankrupt as a result of it. And it was a real one-up for the sort of retail guy over the institutions. That then moved into a number of other stocks, and they were planning on doing the same thing with silver. They were planning on short squeezing silver and running the price of silver up. And somebody like Elon Musk really has a vested interest in keeping that price of silver stable, because if it goes up too much, that will have a serious effect on Tesla. It'll have a serious effect on these other companies. And it's not just Elon that has a vested interest in keeping the price of silver low. It's a number of other, big institutions, big companies, big corporates that are specializing in green energy. But there's something you may not know about Elon Musk. He won't admit it in public. Neither will most green company CEOs. But it's a reality for all of them. They desperately need silver. The fact is, the growing green revolution requires the use of silver. Due to its unique chemical makeup, silver is one of the elements that directly or indirectly make green technology what they are today. Whether you know it or not, incorporating more green technology and products into your life means you are by default using more silver. Ditto societies as a whole. Here's why silver plays a key role in in the green revolution. And essentially breaking down, you can find these articles all over the internet, guys. I found absolutely loads of them talking about the impact of silver on the markets, and certainly with the electric sort of automobile sector, and the demand for that sort of increasing. Electric cars and trucks require silver. The category include electric vehicles, EVs, battery electric vehicles, and plug-in hybrids. These vehicles use more silver than the internal combustion engine, IEC. The electric engine, battery pack, and battery management system all require silver. While the amount of silver used in Teslas and other electronic vehicles is small, the aggregate total adds up quickly. And we'll go higher. So what I'm suggesting here is that maybe Elon Musk thought, I'll divert the traffic and the momentum that was coming from Wall Street Bets to Dogecoin to sort of, keep the price of silver somewhat where it is. Silver, I think, does exceptionally well into the future. I think most anti-fiats, most hedges against, the dollar, which is just a perpetual loser essentially, are somewhat good investments as long as you look into the fundamentals. I think silver is a great investment. I just choose to be in crypto because it's a faster horse in the race in terms of the money and the percentages that you're going to make. But that could change in the future. You don't know, and we can come back and have a look at that. So Dogecoin, guys. Like I say, I'm not knocking Dogecoin. Also, Tesla announced the company also said it would start accepting Bitcoin as a payment method for its product. So why isn't he accepting Dogecoin? Probably because he has some kind of an idea of what's going to happen with the price of Dogecoin, and it wouldn't really make a good idea to be holding a coin that literally its price chart looks like a bloody heart monitor. So yeah, guys, I think a little bit of pain could be coming for Dogecoin. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. However, this was just an interesting video. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Very interesting, and to me it seems pretty obvious that Elon does indeed have a vested interest in keeping the price of silver somewhat low and relatively stable. Not just Elon, there's probably other players here, but with the sort of following that he has and how involved he got with the whole sort of Wall Street bets movement. I think it's a phone call. I didn't actually watch it. I just heard a lot about it from people that he had rang up or got in touch with the CEO of Robinhood and essentially outed him, made fun of him, essentially said, look, how are you going to, stop trading of GameStop? How are you going to ban buying of that where you're going to keep selling? The more you look into the financial world, guys, the more you realize that there's monopolies at play, the more you realize that there's just corruption widespread, but it's legal corruption. There are loopholes and ways that people can get around and sort of usher in their agenda, and the more you look into the financial world, guys, the more you will see this. I'm not complaining necessarily, it's just the way things are, but yeah, I just thought it was a very interesting point for me to sort of make to you guys and say, look, there's always vested interest, and as far as people like Snoop Dogg and other people like that sort of pumping Dogecoin, they're just trying to stay relevant. They probably know their careers are on the last legs and they're somewhat going out of the limelight. They'll do anything for a bit of, jumping on the trend. So be very, very careful. I'm not knocking Snoop Dogg. I'm just saying, he's got to stay relevant, and this might be a way that he's done it. So be very, very careful with those guys. For all we know, I could be proven wrong, and it could sort of 2x from here. But I think the percentages get smaller and smaller because we're really entering the realms of, for a coin that has nothing going on with it to be number 12 when we have a hell of a lot of projects underneath it that, to me, Dogecoin shouldn't be number 12 is my overall opinion. I'm sorry for you guys out there, but if I was you that were holders of Dogecoin and you've made money out of this, take that money, guys, and put it into real projects. Just my advice. None of this is financial advice, guys. It's just it's not my advice, my opinion. Do your own research on this all, and I thought this was definitely worth me highlighting to you guys to, sort of show you that things aren't always as they seem. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think in the comment section. If you've enjoyed this content, please leave me a like. Subscribe for more videos, guys, because I'm bringing them out daily, sometimes 2 a day. And the more the channel grows, the more I'm going to be able to really commit to this channel and bringing you guys the best content. This will be one of the best YouTube channels out there, because unlike most of the YouTubers, that just repeat what they've heard somewhere else, I actually come up with my own ideas and hypotheses about the crypto space and where it's moving. So thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next video.